everyone, welcome back to another great episode of Raihana's Cuisines. More grilling, so we're gonna be making some steak. I have uploaded a video on steak in which I had used sirloin steak. I switched it up and I'm gonna be using ribeye steak, and I'm gonna be showing you how I buy it, how I've cleaned it already just so that we can hurry up the process. But and then we'll go ahead and marinate it, and then we're gonna go out and then we're going to grill this. So let's get started. First, let's talk about the meat here. We usually get the meat and it looks like this. This one is different. It's called a denuded strip. It's a denuded, denuded strip. But this is not what this is here. This is ribeye steak, but this is how I bought it. So I brought it home, opened it up, cleaned it. Sumaya, can you put this on the other table, please? Cleaned it up, and so I just wanted you to see it. Now, this was about 6.5 pounds of meat, and when I cleaned it, what I did was I kind of want to get as much food out of it as possible. Meaning that if I can make 3 meals out of it, because it costed me a lot of money. They're about $7 a pound times 7 pounds. It's really expensive. So what I did was I cut it up in chunks here, about 1-inch chunks. And this I'm going to be making mushkaki. So mushkaki is an East African grilled meat. We're going to put them on skewers. And then what I did here was I just made them into chunks. And you will see that I still have some fat on it. And there's no way for me to get all, but I think I did really, really well apart from the other pieces. And the ribeye steak, you'll see that it's got marbleization inside the meat, so it's got a lot of fat inside the meat, which will actually become really, really good when we put it on the grill, because it's going to be really nice and soft. Now I'm going to put this meat away because this is going to be my other video, so make sure you guys watch out for the mushkaki video coming soon. Sumaya, can you put this on the other table, please? So we're going to be using this meat. As far as the 7 pounds of meat, this is how much fat I got out of that whole piece. And it's a lot. I mean, you'll see some red meat in here. And you know what? That's okay. I'm just going to throw it out because I tried to do my best. And I really took out. And I just don't want this in my food. It's just clogs up arteries and no good. And I won't even touch it. So this will go in the garbage, but I just wanted you to see how much meat, we got out of it. I'll probably, Sumaya, can you put this on the other table, please? This meat will probably be, will be able to feed us twice, and then the mushkaki is going to be a third meal. Now here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and marinate the whole meat. Then I'm going to half it by freezing half of it, because I got the fresh meat. I'm going to freeze half of it with the marination, and I'm gonna grill the other half. So basically 3 meals out of it. So let's get started very, very quick. I'm gonna go over some of the spices that we're gonna use, and then the recipe will be on this side of the screen, or if you go under the description, you will see the description, the method, the description, and the ingredients used in this recipe. So let's get started. We're going to be using some meat tenderizer. Now, I only have this much left, but I bought this a very long time ago. So we're only going to be, maybe I'll use maybe half of this. So maybe half a teaspoon. And if you want to add 1 teaspoon, you can go ahead and do that, just because I don't have it. I'm going to divide the others. And then we're going to do about a tablespoon of lemon pepper, a tablespoon of Cajun seasoning, tablespoon of chili powder, 2 tablespoons of paprika, just because I like my meat a little dark. And then we're going to do, with this one here, I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of sour cream, and that will just help really keep the meat moist and soft. Of course, can't cook without fresh ginger and garlic, and we're going to do about 2 tablespoons of that. Salt to taste. I did forget my pepper, if you want to go get me the pepper. And then we're going to do just about 2 tablespoons of oil. And that's just going to help us where it's not going to stick on the grill, although we are also going to be putting oil on the grill so it doesn't stick. So let's get started. First thing, just going to take, okay. So there goes my ginger and garlic. And then I'm just doing half of the whatever I had left with the meat tenderizer. And I'm putting this because I'm going to be putting this on the grill in about 3 hours. And so if you want to even marinate this overnight, your meat is going to be even more softer. So there goes my pepper. Okay. In goes my lemon pepper. And I like to really season this really well. I just don't like food where when it comes off the grill and it doesn't have that taste. Cajun seasoning, lemon pepper, all this stuff, the chili powder. Now we don't have any other type of chilies in here, so that's why I'm gonna go ahead and add the chili powder. It's not as hot as cayenne, but it's not as tame as paprika. So it's right in between. Okay. Just wrapping this up. Then I'm just going to go ahead and do the paprika. Let's go ahead and do salt to taste. And you want to do, you want to do a good 2 teaspoons of it. Like I said, hate it when food comes off the grill and it just doesn't taste like anything. I like a lot of flavor in my food. Okay. Then we're gonna take some sour cream, and I'm gonna be using this for the mushkaki. That is why I use the spoon in there. So, okay. Now we're done with the marination. All I'm going to do is I'm gonna make sure that I mix my steak really well with all this marination. And you don't want to add too much sour cream in there because you want, all the spices and everything to kind of compress in there. You don't want too much liquid in there where it's not going to be able to, it's going to float on top. So, okay. Okay, so basically we are done with the marination. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to close it up with a saran wrap. I'm going to stick it in the refrigerator now that it's summer. Make sure that you kind of follow the health guidelines and don't leave the meat out because you know what? It's going to get bad really, really quickly. So I'm just going to, and I want to marinate for this for about 3 hours. So that is why I'm going to cover this up and then I'm going to stick it in the refrigerator. And then we're going to come back after 3 hours and I'm going to show you how we're going to grill this outside. And my grill is preheated at 400 degrees. When I open it, obviously the temperature is going to go down. I took my brush, cleaned up all the stuff that was on there. Make sure that you do that. Next, we're going to do is we're just going to take a brush and lightly oil the grill top. And the reason why we're doing this is just because we don't want the steak to stick onto the grill. Okay. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my steak. Okay, and I'm going to lower the heat down to a little bit lower on medium just because I think the grill is really nice and hot. Okay, and then whatever little marinade you have, you can just kind of stick it on there if you want. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna cover this up. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna check on it in about 5 to 7 minutes, and then I'll tell you what it looks like. It smells fantastic.